According to the International Astronomical Union, which sets definitions for planetary science, a dwarf planet is a celestial body that orbits the Sun, has enough mass to assume a nearly round shape, has not cleared the neighborhood around its orbit, and is not a moon. The International Astronomical Union, IAU, adopted this category of solar system bodies in August 2006, designating Pluto, the even more remote object Eris, and the asteroid Ceres as the first members of the category. Unlike major planets, these bodies are not massive enough to have swept up smaller nearby bodies by gravitational attraction. They thus failed to grow larger. There are currently 5 officially classified dwarf planets in our solar system. They are Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. Ceres is located inside the asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, while the other dwarf planets are located in the outer solar system or near to the Kuiper Belt. Another 6 objects are almost certainly dwarf planets, but are waiting for official classification, and there may be as many as 10,000 dwarf planets in the solar system. In recent years, there's been a lot of hubbubs about Pluto losing its status as one of the planets of the solar system. Pluto is no longer considered the 9th planet in the series of major planetary objects. Debate started anew after the New Horizons mission passed by Pluto in 2015, revealing a world of surprising geological complexity. As of 2017, delegates from the mission were trying to get Pluto's planethood status back. Astronomers estimate that there could be as many as 200 dwarf planets in the solar system and the Kuiper Belt. But the differences between planets and dwarf planets may not be obvious at first. The dwarf planets were named after mythological characters. From Roman mythology, Pluto is the god of the underworld and Ceres is the goddess of grains. Haumea is the Hawaiian goddess of childbirth and fertility, and Eris is the Greek goddess of childbirth and fertility. Makemake, from Rapa Nui mythology, is the god of fertility. Just like planets, dwarf planets also have natural satellites. Pluto has 5 moons, Haumea has 2, and Eris has 1. Makemake has 1 provisional moon. Ceres is the only dwarf planet without a known moon. Dwarf planets can also have ring systems. The oddball, Haumea, has a ring surrounding it. It is the first object beyond Neptune's orbit known to have a ring system. Dwarf planets mostly have relatively short days but very long years. A day on Haumea is only 4 hours long, while a year on Eris takes 557 Earth years. Dwarf planet Ceres. Scientists describe Ceres as an embryonic planet. Gravitational perturbations from Jupiter billions of years ago prevented it from becoming a full-fledged planet. Ceres ended up among the leftovers debris of planetary formation in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Ceres is named for the ancient Roman goddess of corn and harvests. Discovered, 1801. Dwarf planet Pluto. Pluto was long considered our solar system's 9th planet. But after the discovery of similar intriguing worlds deeper in the distant Kuiper Belt, icy Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet. Pluto is named for the Roman god of the underworld. Discovered, 1930. Dwarf planet Eris. Eris is often so far from the Sun that its atmosphere collapses and freezes on the surface in an icy glaze. The coating gleams brightly, reflecting as much sunlight as freshly fallen snow. Eris is named for the ancient Greek goddess of discord and strife. Discovered, 2003. Dwarf planet Makemake. Makemake holds an important place in the solar system because it, along with Eris was one of the objects whose discovery prompted the International Astronomical Union to reconsider the definition of a planet and to create the new group of dwarf planets. Makemake is named after the god of fertility in Rapa Nui mythology. Discovered, 2005. Dwarf planet Haumea. Oddly shaped Haumea is one of the fastest rotating large objects in our solar system. The quick spin elongated the dwarf planet into the unique shape. It is roughly the same size as Pluto. Haumea is named for the Hawaiian goddess of childbirth and fertility. Discovered, 2003. Dwarf planet Charon. There has been some debate as to whether the Pluto-Charon system should be considered a double dwarf planet. In a draft resolution for the Yale definition of planet, both Pluto and Charon were considered planets in a binary system. The Yale currently says Charon is not considered a dwarf planet but rather a satellite of Pluto, though the idea that Charon might qualify as a dwarf planet may be considered at a later date. Nonetheless, it is no longer clear that Charon is in hydrostatic equilibrium. Also, the location of the barycenter depends not only on the relative masses of the bodies, but also on the distance between them. The barycenter of the Sun-Jupiter orbit, for example, lies outside the Sun, but they are not considered a binary object. Thus, a formal definition of what constitutes a binary dwarf planet must be established before Pluto and Charon are formally defined as binary dwarf planets. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for next video notification. To infinity and beyond, see you in next space adventure.